Hello there, this is Vinod Narayan. I'm here today with another book. This is a book that really made a lot of difference for me. It changed the way I started looking at life, the way I started looking at work, the way I started working and accomplishing things in life. There's a book called Essentialism by McKeown. Essentialism is a disciplined pursuit of less. You know, in life, we have a lot of aspirations. There are a lot of things, dreams, things that we want to accomplish. And also in work, we want a lot of things to be done. And there are things that we have set ourselves for a day, week, month basis. And then there are things that people want us to do. So if we don't really get a chance to figure out what is a priority, what is the most essential thing, then it clutters our life, our personal life and our work life. Now, one thing is true, if you have a lot of things to do, there are two facts in it. One is you're not going to be able to do everything. The second thing is not everything is important. So the question is, with the limited time that you have in one single life, how do you get to the most essential thing in life so that you can use your time best to do the most essential thing that will get you where you really want to go? And essentialism is about it. And after reading the book, I started calling myself an essentialist. And I know I'm not there yet, but still that whole journey, having that mindset of essentialism, moving towards that, is what the fun is. So you can say that after reading the book, I embarked on this journey to be an essentialist. And it's a long journey, and it's a continuous journey. You know what happens? I sometimes find my life, both work life and personal life, cluttered with a lot of things that I want to do, but I don't have the time. And then what happens is that I go ahead and I put it all into buckets, compartmentalize it, say that this is the most important, and I'm all ready to execute. But then what happens? 1 week later, boom, the whole thing changes. There are new things into it, the things are more cluttered. So it's a continuous process for me to declutter myself and discipline myself and find the most essential thing. What Greg does in this book is gives us through 4 parts of the book, he gives us a way in which we can go about into the essentialist life form. And he starts with essence, the whole idea of what it is to have the mindset of an essentialist. And he says that we all have an invisible power of choice, a choice that we can exercise to find the essential and to do the essential. The second part goes into exploring. Exploring what are the things in your life or what are the things that you have to do where things are trivial and what are the most vital things. You have to explore the trivial things and the vital things. The trivial many and the vital few is what he says, which means most of the things that comes to you are unimportant. They're trivial. And there are very few things in life that are very vital, very important, that really has a direct correlation into what you want to do in life. Identify and explore that. And that's part 2. Part 3 is about eliminating the trivial things. Now, the power of a graceful no, the ability to say no at times when it is most needed. You don't want to say yes and then regret it later. So that whole process of eliminating the trivial things, the items in your plate that you have found so trivial that you don't need to spend time on. And finally, the 4th part is on execute. And to make that execution of that vital things, vital few, as effortless as possible. And trying to break it down into smaller pieces so that you have small wins that'll make you stay on course and be focused on what you want to do. For me, essentialism has changed the way in which I started looking at many things in life. And one of the things I think is it's so important for us to know what we want out of life, out of our personal life, and out of our work life. What is it that we are accomplishing at work on a yearly basis, on a monthly basis? That whole planning process of knowing what we want to accomplish. That makes it much more easier for us at any point of time looking at some task in front of us and seeing how essential is it? Is it important? Is it something that I can eliminate? Because we all have the same amount of time. And we want to make sure that that time is used for the best things in life. Making sure that you do the right things at the right time so that they have the real impact that you want. I'm going to end the review by reading the last paragraph, because the last paragraph is where the writer leaves something for the reader. The writer says, take this and go. Will you choose to live a life of purpose and meaning, or will you look back on your one single life with twinges of regret? If you take one thing away from this book, I hope you will remember this. Whatever decision or challenge or crossroads you face in your life, simply ask yourself, what is essential? Eliminate everything else. If you're ready to look inside yourself for the answer to this question, then you're ready to commit to the way of the essentialist. And that's the whole point, to commit. If you read the book and you think that the life of an essentialist, that journey, if that is the one thing that will help you declutter yourself and discipline yourself for the less, then you have to commit towards it. And that's what I did when I read the book. I committed myself to be an essentialist. And that's what you have to do. So pick the book, read it, and if you think it's important, commit yourself. And I'll be again there with another book next time. Thank you.